Well, we're talking about the four cornerstones for strategic living. And in this episode, I want to share with you about the cornerstone personal discovery. One of the things that I find so fascinating is that most people never actually take the time and extend the energy necessary to really find out who they are. We just get up every day, go about our business, and do the same thing we did yesterday. And somewhere beneath the surface there is a personality style, or values that drive us, are these incredible gifts and passions and dreams. But we never really take the time to assimilate and list those out and look at what picture that forms and gives us a view of what our life really is about. And I would like to propose to you that this personal discovery process is so important to you actually being and acting out and facilitating the potential that God's placed in your life. It's important to know who you are and what it is you carry as an individual. So let me give you a few things that we look at in the personal discovery process. One is your personality style. I mentioned in our introduction that there are four basic personality styles. Every one of us have all of them in us. And there are times in certain situations where one might come to the dominant and one might really show itself stronger because of the need of that moment. But each of us have a dominant personality style, and it characterizes really how God's wired us to think, how God's wired us to interface with other people, how God has wired us to look at opportunities, money, risk, all of these things. And so this personality style piece is very important. And there are so many places you can go actually to find out what your dominant personality and your subdominant personality styles are. On our website, brianholmes.com, you can learn more about the DISC, D-I-S-C, personality profiles. We actually have those available to you there. And you can administer that. It's a computer thing you just go through and you follow the instructions. And once you're done with that, it will actually generate for you a profile report and help you to see what your personality. You'll discover things about yourself. You'll be going, oh my gosh, I get it. I see it now, why I think this way, why I handle these situations this way. Because you have a personality style that God has given you, and it's for a purpose. The second thing we look at is your values. What are your governing values? What are the things that drive your behavior, drive your decisions, drive your choices, even drive your rationale concerning opportunities in life? All of us are driven unconsciously by values that we hold. You say, I don't have values. Oh, yes, you do. You may not be aware of what they are, but you have things that drive your behavior, drive your choices. Another thing we look at is this list of gifts, abilities, talents, and skills. Gifts, abilities, talents, and skills. What are you uniquely and naturally good at? What is it that just comes easy for you? What is it that you have a propensity just to pick up and be able to do with no sweat, no stress, just it comes easy for you? You think, well, that's just, how the roll of the dice, that's how it worked out for me. No, I would suggest to you that those things that come very easy to you are things that God uniquely wired you to do well at, because it's somehow related to your overall purpose and destiny. So don't discount gifts, talents, skills, abilities, those types of things. Don't discount those. They are a vital piece to this puzzle that paints a picture of who you really are. Another thing that I encourage people to look at is their passions. I'm crazy passionate about flying airplanes, about aviation. I just returned home at the taping here that we're doing, just returned home from a long trip to Africa, the continent of Africa, and I was on a number of aircraft. And for me, getting on an airplane is not just getting on an airplane to travel somewhere. I'm fascinated by the statistics, by the performance specifications of that airplane, all the things that no one else thinks about. How much fuel does this thing carry? Those things light me up. I just love aviation. And so I learned a long time ago that it wasn't just that I enjoyed aviation and flying. I'm a pilot, by the way. But it was something a passion was something that God put in my heart specifically because flying would actually be a very vital part of the work that I do. It would actually tie in directly to my destiny. And of course, another one we look at is dreams and visions. What do you dream about? What do you want for your life? You see, this discovery process involves a number of components, and I want to encourage you to take the time with these major categories: personality style, your gifts, talents, abilities, and skills, your passions, your values, and your dreams, your visions for your life. List those out, those components, and take time to discover who it is God's made you to be. My name is Brian Holmes. Thanks for joining us on this episode. I look forward to seeing you again very, very soon.